All right, y'all. We're wrapping up today's media day with Southeast Missouri. Tyler Wilbur will get us going. If you have any questions for Tyler, Nick, I think you're the one in here right now. If you have any questions, go ahead and just ask them to Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler, I guess just to start off, can you tell me about what this team's feeling like right now? Obviously, get hot at the end of the season, win the league, and win the conference tournament. Just how confident are you guys heading into a regional?
I think we're pretty confident. We have been hot recently. And I think going to some SEC schools early in the year, playing 4 games at Arkansas really has got our feet wet, and we're pretty comfortable coming in.
Just how valuable is that experience playing against out of conference teams this year?
I think it's pretty big. We had played some SEC teams in the past in midweeks, but I think it's different when you get in there and play for an entire weekend against a good SEC team, and just to get to see the environment, kind of what it's going to be like. I think it's huge for confidence and just for comfort coming into a situation like this.
What's the message been from the coaching staff heading into a game against a team like Ole Miss?
It's just basically been take care of what we can take care of. Execute fundamentals, play your game, and just trying to enjoy it.
For people who maybe haven't seen SEMO play this year, just how would you describe the style of play you guys play?
I think we're going to get some good pitching. We're not probably going to pound a bunch of long balls, but we're going to just play fundamental baseball and grind out at bats and pass at bats and score kind of the old-fashioned way. Just putting good at bats together and driving them in.
Cool, man. That's all I got.
Yep.
Up next, we're going to have Dylan Dodd. Nick, whenever you're ready.
Dylan, so you're getting the ball tomorrow, I take it. Just what is your anticipation level for throwing in a regional like this?
Yeah, I think, I'm super excited, and I think, it's kind of what I've always wanted to do and put myself in a good opportunity to do that. And I think we're going to give them a good go.
I mean, big picture with what you've been able to achieve this year, what have you been doing so well that's allowed you to put up the numbers you have?
I think I've gone right at hitters, and I feel like I haven't given them much, and I've forced them to kind of earn everything that they've got.
Has that been a transition for you? Was that something you didn't think you were doing at the beginning of your college career, or how'd you kind of find that success this year?
I think that's always kind of been the pitcher I am. I try to eliminate the walks, and I try to attack hitters right away and make them beat me.
Tyler was just telling me about that trip to Arkansas that you guys took early in the year. Just how valuable for you is that, and how valuable for the team is it to have that experience?
Yeah, I think it's really good for us, to be able to go out there and give them two really good goes against a really good team, and it's going to, allow us to feel more comfortable.
For you, pitching in an environment like this, have you ever pitched in a park quite like this one?
Besides the Arkansas, no, I have not.
Well, what is the level of preparation that has to go into playing in such a big environment?
I don't really think a whole lot changes. Like, I think, you don't want to take the moment to be too big, but you also want to take it in and enjoy it.
And just what is the focus then? Is it continuing what you were doing all season, or is there something else that you're kind of keying in on specifically with this Ole Miss team?
Yeah, I don't really think much changes. I mean, I prepared for them the same way, and throughout my weekly work, I feel like it's been pretty much the same.
That's all for me. You got anything, John?
No, I'm good. I was just fully confirming that he's going tomorrow.
Yes.
So, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dylan. And lastly, we'll have Coach Andy Sawyers, who will be sitting down here. And Nick, I'll give you the heads up when he's all mic'd up and unmuted. Nick, we are good to go.
Coach, I was talking to some of the guys about it, but team got hot down the stretch, won the conference, won the league championship. Just how confident are these guys heading into a regional as a 4 seed?
I think probably as confident as a 4 seed is going to be, right? I mean, we played well all year. I know we did, I think we're 19 of our last 27. So it looks like, we're pretty hot, but we've been consistent the entire year. We played 14 series. We've won 12 of the 14 series. We dropped the 4-game set at Arkansas, and then we stumbled one time against Eastern Illinois in conference. So we played good baseball the entire year. We opened up with a series win at South Alabama. They're a 3 seed, and the Gainesville Regional. So we had a very good non-conference schedule. We played well in that. I feel like, our team has been steady and they've been consistent. And they've kind of stayed in the middle emotionally. And I think that is what we need to do, obviously, in front of 16,000 fans at Swayze tomorrow night. But that's easier to be said than done, right? Like when we were at Fayetteville, the park wasn't fully open. There was 4,000 people there. They were all day games. Coming in here on Friday night in front of 7,000 people is going to be a different challenge. But the fact that we've played so well for so long this year, we've just played steady and consistent and played fundamental baseball. I think our guys think they can do that. And they play with a ton of confidence in Dylan. Every time Dylan's gone out there, we've won every game but 2 the entire year on Fridays. And they play with a ton of confidence. They feel like he's going to keep them in the game. They have a lot of belief that we're going to be in the game tomorrow night. Doesn't mean we're going to win it, but they feel like we're going to go up in the middle of the game and we're going to have a shot. And our team, I think, is going to come out. And I think the biggest challenge for us is mastering the emotions and mastering the environment. And if we can just play the game and not play the event, I think we have a pretty good shot.
From your perspective, what's been the key to Dylan's success this year?
He added the breaking ball. He's always been a fastball changeup guy. And obviously we worked on spin, but it's never been a prominent pitch for him. He was really a 2-pitch guy. And so that third time through the order, guys would get to him. Last year it was starting to get better, but it wasn't great. He had a 15 strikeout, no walk performance in the 3rd week of the season last year against Ohio. He was the national pitcher of the week, but then COVID happened and we didn't really get to see what was going to happen after that. And he came back after the shutdown with COVID. And I think his first bullpen, I think I was in the indoor and he was throwing a pen outside and Coach Kinney came and grabbed me and he said, "Hey, you need to see this." And like, he's got a breaking ball. And like, it was different. And he came back throwing an 84-mile-an-hour slider and 80-mile-an-hour through curveball. And it's been different ever since. And I think that the addition of spin to his repertoire has been a very, very big deal for him. It's changed his career.
I know there's always different strategies and philosophies for pitching this first game of a regional. Was there ever any doubt that you were going to use Dylan here?
Not as the 4 in the 1 versus 4 matchup. If you're the 1 in the 1 versus 4, you can think about it, but we're gonna take our best shot with our guy.
You talked about getting these guys ready for the environment. What do you say to them to I know you guys played at Arkansas earlier this year, but you said it is different with the limitations being lifted. What do you say to your guys to kind of prepare them for what they're about to encounter?
I mean, you just try to describe it for them. I mean, they've been in a stadium like this. We played at Vanderbilt, we played at Kentucky, we played at Arkansas. They've seen the stadium. It's just the electricity of 16,000 people, and so you talk about it, you tell them what they're going to be in for. And, you tell them if you can master that, like, don't play the event, play the game, because we've been good at playing baseball for 4 months, but we can't get caught up in the event. And it's easy for me to say, I don't have like the magic words to make them do it, but we just try to talk about it, let them know what they're in for. And hopefully we have enough old guys with some experience that can work through those emotions.
As far as your offense going against Ole Miss's pitching, kind of what's the scouting report there from your vantage point, and how do you think you find a way to scratch some runs across?
Diamond, obviously he's a very talented arm. It's going to be mid-90 fastball with a north-south breaking ball, but he has been scored on. I think he's pitching at 5. So it's not like he's been throwing shutouts every time out. We just need to get on time with the fastball. They do a really good job of stretching the strike zone vertically with 2 strikes. They throw a lot of those elevated fastballs and then the big 12-6 breaking ball off that. We just need a good job of controlling the strike zone with 2 strikes because they get a lot of strikeouts on chase pitches out of the zone. And so, for us, we just wanted to sell out to the fastball to get on time with it. But in doing that, we can't expand the zone and just get crazy with it because he's got the stuff to punch you out if you start swinging big north and south.
Cool, Coach. That's all I got for you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Coach.